everyone, I'm here to show you how to do a crochet beanie like the one that I'm wearing. If you're interested in learning how to do this, watch the tutorial. It's step-by-step instructions teaching you exactly how to make this beanie. Okay, to start this project, you're going to need your yarn. I'm using Wool-Ease worsted weight yarn and the color is navy. You're going to need your hook, and I'm using a size I or 9, which is a 5.5 millimeter. You're going to need a measuring tape. You're also going to need your choice of stitch markers. You can either use an actual stitch marker or just a piece of contrasting yarn. And when I'm making hats, I always have this chart that I got from CrochetGeek.com, which tells me the approximate head circumference for the age, and also the approximate length or height of the hat for the corresponding age as well. You can check out this chart she has available on her website, crochetgeek.com. To start off, I always make a magic circle. Just make a loop with your yarn. Make sure the shorter end is behind the longer end. Pull the longer end up through the loop, just like you're tying a slip knot, but don't close the knot. You're going to insert your hook right here in this loop that you brought up, but you want to make sure that your yarn is twisted like that. See, that way it makes an actual loop on your hook. If you insert it like this, it stays open. So I always insert it kind of backwards and then twist it around. So now you're going to do a chain 1 just to kind of secure your magic circle like this. I'm going to be doing this hat in double crochet. If you're doing a single crochet, you would just start doing your single crochet after that chain 1 like this. If you're doing a half double crochet, you would chain 1 more, so that would be a total of 2. If you're doing a double crochet like I'm doing, you want to do a chain 3. So I did 2 extra ones after the first one. Now do 6 double crochet in the loop. There's 1. To do a double crochet, you yarn over, insert your hook through the loop, bring up the yarn, so now you have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over again and pull through 2 loops, so you have 2 left, yarn over again and pull through the last 2 loops, and there's your double crochet. So now you have 2 double crochet in the circle. Continue on until you get to 6. Here's the 5th, and 1 more is 6. If you're starting to get to the end of the tail like this, it's very easy. You can just pull that tail and it'll close that magic circle so that it's easier to crochet. So let me do my last one. And now after you do your last one, you want to completely tighten up that tail so that you get a nice circle that's closed off. Now slip stitch into your first double crochet. When you slip stitch, you go under both loops of that stitch and pull your yarn through and pull it through the loop that you have on your hook. Now that you've finished the first round, you want to chain 3, do a double crochet in the same stitch. That first chain 3 counts as your first double crochet. Now continue to do 2 double crochet in each stitch to increase your row. So there's the first double crochet in that stitch and the second in the same stitch. Two more double crochet in the next stitch. There's one. There's the second. Continue to do that around till you get to your first double crochet, which was the chain 3. Once you get back to your first chain 3, which counted as your first double crochet, you're not going to slip stitch, you're just going to do a double crochet in the top of that chain. Once you've double crocheted in the top of that chain 3, you're going to see a little space here, but that will naturally just come together as you move on to the rest of your hat. So next, just do 2 double crochets in the next stitch. There's the first one, yarn over, go into the stitch and drop a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops and repeat. There's your second double crochet in that stitch. In the following stitch, you're going to do 1 double crochet, and then 2 double crochet in the next stitch. There's the first and the second. Do 1 double crochet in the next stitch, 2 in the next, 1, 2, 1 double crochet in the next stitch, 2 double crochets in the following, 1, 2. Continue that pattern until you get back to the very beginning of the next round. 1 double crochet in the next stitch, then 2 double crochets in the next stitch after that, and continue that. Then to start round 3, since it's getting a little hard to see the beginning of the following round, if you want to make it easier, you can insert your stitch marker to indicate that sorry, I dropped my hook. This stitch is the last stitch of the round. On this next round, you're going to be doing 1 double crochet in the next 2 stitches. So there's 1 double crochet, the next stitch, 1 double crochet, then in the 3rd stitch you're going to do 2 double crochet. That's your increase. So you're going to increase on every 3rd stitch. Okay, so back to another first stitch. Oops. Yarn over, insert your hook and drop a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loops and repeat. There's 1 double crochet. The next stitch, 1 double crochet, 3rd stitch, 2 double crochets.
Mommy.
1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet. Continue this till you get back around to your stitch marker. Okay, I'm coming up to my last set. I just finished a double crochet and I only have 2 stitches left on this round. So I'm going to do 1 double crochet in each of those stitches. Here's the first. Here's the second. Now replace your stitch marker with the last double crochet you just made. So you know this is the last stitch of the round. So now I'm going to just continue and do two double crochet in the next stitch, even though I'm beginning to get into the next round. I'm just going to finish it off with 2 double crochet in that same stitch. Now for this following round, you're going to do 3 single crochet, 1 in each of the next 3 stitches. So there's double crochet, 1 double crochet in that stitch, 1 double crochet in the second stitch, 1 double crochet in the third stitch. Now in the 4th stitch you're going to do 2 double crochet. This is your increase stitch. So every 4th stitch you will increase by doing 2 double crochet in that 4th stitch. I've just finished my last increase on this round, and I still have 2 more stitches of this round, but I'm just going to finish this round a little bit early and next do 4 individual double crochet, and then in every 5th stitch I'm going to increase. So the first stitch has 1 double crochet, second stitch, replace your stitch marker, third stitch, 4th stitch. Now here's the 5th stitch, which is your increase stitch. There's the first double crochet and the second. Every 5th stitch do your increase and continue until you reach your stitch marker at the end of this round. Coming up to my last set. Here's stitch 1, whoops, yarn over, don't forget that. Stitch 2, 3, 4, and stitch 5 is the increase. There's 1 for 5 and 2 for 5, and as you see I still have 1 stitch left on that round. Before I start the next round, I'm going to get out my measuring tape and measure from one end to the next to see what the circumference is in inches. So as you can see, mine is already starting to curve up a little. I don't mind it doing that because I don't like the top of the hat being completely flat like this. So the curving a little early doesn't really bother me. Just try to get it as flat as you can so you can measure it. Make sure you go right across the center. So start at one end, line it up with your 0, and go right across the center. I'm at about 5.5 inches. Look at the chart on crochetgeek.com. I'm doing an adult man's hat, so I want the head circumference to be about 23 to 24 inches. So I have to continue increasing until I get to that measurement. Now this round you will increase on every 6th stitch. Starting off here. So this last stitch of this round will be the first stitch of the next round. You don't have to be so precise. These hats are very forgiving if you mess up count or if you do your own little thing or make any tweaks. So there's the first stitch. Replace your stitch marker so you don't get lost. Two, 3, 4, 5, and here's the 6th stitch. There's the first and the second in the same stitch. Continue this pattern till you come back to your stitch marker, and we'll start the next row. I'm at the last set. Here's the first stitch of this set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this one's ending right in the stitch marker, so do your increase, 6, and 6 again. Now slip out your stitch marker and replace it in your next stitch. In this row, you're going to do every 7th stitch, you will do 2 double crochet. I'm on my last stitch of this row, which is the increase. And now I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches left, so I'm just going to leave those for now. And I wanted to make a correction on something that I said earlier. You don't continue to increase until you get to 24 inches across your hat. What you need to do is divide your head circumference number by pi, which is 3.14. So here I have my tablet. So I'm going to go to 24 inches. So you want to do 24. You can either divide it by 3.14, or if you have a pi symbol, divide it by pi. Either way, it'll give you the same answer. So I need to measure my hat until I get to a little over, or about 7.5 inches across. I'm going to flatten out my hat. Get your tape measure, center it, and measure it across. And I'm at 7 inches. Now this was just under the 7.5 inches across. It was 7 inches across, but since it stretches, it will still fit snugly. So that is perfectly okay. Now there's no more increasing. All we're going to do is continue doing 1 double crochet in each stitch all the way around. You don't even need your stitch marker anymore unless you want to know exactly how many rounds when you start a new round, or when you that way you know at the end where to end your last stitch. So I do leave my stitch marker in. Just do 1 double crochet in every stitch. Yarn over, put the hook through the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over again, pull through 2 loops, and repeat. Yarn over, put your hook into the stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, put your hook into the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the last 2. That's a double crochet. Continue to do 1 double crochet in every stitch all the way around until you get the desired length of your hat. So let's pause here for a moment Here you see on the chart that she has on her website, it says hat height, or how long or tall the hat will be. She doesn't give a hat height for either of the adult, so I would assume that the hat height would be the same or a little bit larger than the hat height for the teen, which is 9 to 10 inches. So I would say it would be about 11 inches for a woman and 12 inches long for a male. And I'm assuming that these measurements include a brim. If you do not want a brim, you would make them a little shorter than these measurements. So I'm going to continue to crochet my hat, 1 double crochet in every stitch until the length of my hat, when you have it folded over, you will measure it from the top of the hat to the bottom. Once this measurement reaches the length that you want, I'm going to be doing 12 inches long. Right now I'm at 4. So I still have quite a ways to go. Once you get to your desired length, meet me back here and we will finish off the hat. So I'm finishing up the last couple of stitches on this round. Here's my stitch marker, so I just finished my last stitch. Now what you can do is, instead of single crocheting in that next stitch, do a slip stitch, and to do that you insert your hook into the stitch, pull the yarn through and pull it through the loop that's on your hook, and that is a slip stitch, and that will give you a seamless finish like this. So now to finish it off, chain 1, get your scissors and cut the yarn, leave some at the end to thread through your project. Make sure to pull the final loop up a little bit so it doesn't unravel. Go ahead and cut your working yarn, leave some on the end to sew in. Now if you have a tapestry needle, you can use that. If not, it's perfectly fine. Pull your yarn all the way through. So now that last chain you did created a knot right there. So this is not coming out. Now what you want to do is ravel this, or sew this in through your edging. Now that the yarn is weaved through, I have this little tail left. I just like to pull that through that one last stitch again to kind of make it into a knot over that last stitch. Pull up a loop like this and then pull the rest of the tail through that loop, and that'll create a final knot. So that's another knot. And now just weave the rest of this small tail through the edge of the hat, and if this unravels, it can't get any further than here. So that ensures 2 times in 2 places you have a knot to make sure that your hat will not unravel on a customer or a friend, whoever you give it to, or on yourself. So go ahead and weave that through and your hat is complete.
I hope you liked that tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. You can see that this beanie that I made is pretty large on me since it was made for a man, but if you don't like the brim being so large, you can either make it without a brim, make it without the fold over, make it shorter so it doesn't have this brim at all, or this double layer right here where you fold it up. Or if you do like it this length, you can wear it as a slouchy beanie. And to wear it slouchy, all you need to do is basically unroll the bottom part, that's the goes across the forehead, pull it back further on your head like you can see, and the back is just all that extra space, so it'll just naturally hang down and be slouchy. And this is really pretty if you have long curls. I have short hair and it looks nice with that style as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave your comments and questions, anything you want to say down below in the comment section. And you guys have a great night. Bye!